Hello there and welcome to this EasyAs accounting software presentation. In this presentation I want to briefly go through the backup process with the software. Backing up your accounting data is possibly the most important process you need to do. In fact, backing up any data on your computer, if you have a lot of documents, a lot of word processing documents that you use with your business, you need to consider having a separate hard drive in your machine or having an external hard drive or something of some sort to back up your information to, because eventually all hard drives fail, all computers chuck a mental and they corrupt your data, and if you don't have a backup you are going to be in a world of pain. I've been there, I've felt the pain, I don't go there anymore. Backing up with EasyAs is very, very simple. There's plenty of information on the site. If you jump over to the web page, you go down here on the main page and you will see there's a couple of links. This link here takes you to a backup and restore page where it talks about what you need to do. Now, it comes in the bottom here and it has two separate links depending upon what version of the EasyAs you're using. I would say by today's standard, everyone by now would have upgraded to the latest series of EasyAs, which is this series here. If you click on Series 5, it will tell you complete instructions here on what to do to back up your system. Okay, step-by-step process. Right, but what I'm going to show you in this video is I'm going to give you an overview anyway. And also, if you come down the bottom, you'll see another link here, which is for backing up data. How you manage your backup is your business. What we've done here is we've provided you with a page called Good Business Practices. If you have a look on this page here and just read it, you read it once, you'll understand what we're talking about. There's a bit of information to read. We've supplied a couple of images here to make it much easier to understand. When you're backing up data, a lot of people feel that they just copy the original files over to a hard drive and they're fine. But what happens if your data is corrupted and when you copy that data to another drive or you back up, you're actually backing up corrupted data. In the end, you can't use it. You're stuck anyway. So the idea is you should always have more than one backup. And I always have at least 4 to 5 backups of my data at any one time. I put mine in an order so that it goes from the oldest to the most recent. So in case I have a corruption and I discover that my data got corrupted and the latest backup I did is also corrupted, I go back to a previous backup. I might lose a bit of time putting everything back in that I've done, but it's better than losing the whole lot. Okay, so you should always manage at least more than one set of data. Now, this page here will talk about a good way of doing it. I'm going to show you a brief example right now on how to back up. If you look at the main screen, we will see a backup icon sitting here. If I click that icon, the EasyAs backup screen will come up. It has two main icons on it. One's to back up your data and one's to restore your data. They're both very similar. Of course, backing up is to back up. Restoring is if you've reinstalled your machine or you've had a corruption and you need to copy back some data from a previous backup. That's what restore is. Okay, backup's a really simple process. If I click on this icon, this screen comes up. All you have to do is a couple of steps. You click Start, this will pop up. And what it's asking for is it's asking one simple question. Where do you want to copy your data files to? In this case, I'm going to select my drive. It happens to be on the E drive and the EasyAs backup subdirectory. So once I get to E drive, I double click on this, and if you have a look up here, it's got EasyAs backup. You can't quite see it here, but it is there. And then all I do is click commence. So all I'm doing is, if I muck it up, all I'm doing is I'm selecting the drive, double clicking on the folder I want to copy it into, click commence. That's it, it's done. How simple was that? So let's quickly do it one more time. I click backup, I click start, I select where I want it to go to, I click commence. It's done. Now if I jump over here and have a look, there's the two new files here. They weren't there a minute ago. Just to prove to you that they are getting copied, I'm deleting them right now. I'm going to jump back here, I'm going to back up, select my drive, click commence, exit that. There's the two files. That's it. It is that simple. Restore is exactly the same but in reverse. To restore files back, all you're doing is you're selecting backup, you're clicking restore, clicking start, and again it's asking, where are these files that you want? Where are your data? Where are your backed up data files? If I click here, I click, select my drive, I select where they are, and I just click commence. And now it's done it. It says it's restored. And all we've got to do is just restart the program to finalise the process. So you'd exit that, you'd exit the program, and then you'd come back in, and it's done. How simple is that? When you use the backup process with EasyAs, it will copy the exact names of the files into your backup directory. What I suggest is that you renumber the files. You need to, as I've mentioned, have more than one data backup in case your data that you're backing up is corrupted. If you do not renumber them or rename them or do something to the file to distinguish it as being different from the original name, each time you back up, it will override the existing backup. So you might have performed a backup 4 times, and you're only going to have one set of data sitting there because it's just overriding the original file. Here, I know that I've got 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets. I've got 4 sets of data sitting here, and now I've got 5 sets of data. Okay, so I can go back to any of these at any time. The only other thing you might choose to do is put a date at the end. If I have a look at the website, they describe it as doing it like this. A good process is to give it a number and to put a date at the end. Why would you give it a number? There's one good reason to give it a number, because what happens is if you don't put a number in front of it, when it goes in alphabetical order, it mixes these up, because it can put, when you get to number 10, say it was the 10th of the month and you've backed up on the 9th, it'll put the 10 after the 1 because the 1 comes after the 9. It mixes all your dates up. It's just a mess. So always put a number in front of them, then it keeps it in alphabetical order, if you're dating it, that is. Okay, I rarely date myself. I used to, but I've given up on it because I couldn't be bothered. I normally do a backup at least once a week, and I know my most recent backups there anyway. But I always number them, because if I don't number them, I've got no idea what it is. Okay, so all you've got to do is when you copy it over there, now I'll do my backup. I come in here and I just simply, renumber them. Now these are number 104. I know that is my most recent backup. Simple as that. So now when I jump back into here, if it's another week, and I do another backup, so when I jump over to here, you will see that these are the latest files that I just backed up. Nothing else I need to show you. Backing up is a very simple process. A lot of people get scared about it, but with EasyAs, it is the most simplest out of all the processes to perform.